Hello and welcome to another great money method in Gran Turismo 7. In this video I will show you how to make over 725,000 credits in just over 25 minutes of racing. If that sounds interesting to you, watch until the end so you do not miss out on anything, and subscribe for more money making methods. The car that we are going to be using is the Nissan R92CP. Now this vehicle is available for purchase in the legendary dealership. Currently it is not available, but that is where you can find it from time to time. So if you do not have this vehicle already, you are gonna have to wait for this vehicle to come back into the dealership. I do have other methods using different vehicles, so check out my channel and you might find one that you actually like. Now with the Nissan R92CP, there are a lot of things that the car already comes equipped with. So the only things that you need to make sure you have are racing hard tires, a ballast, a power restrictor, as well as a medium RPM turbocharger. Because funny enough, with this vehicle you cannot get a high RPM turbocharger. So the setup is as follows. For tires, you are only going to be using racing hards, because with the event that we are doing, there is no weather change, so you only need one compound of tires, and that is going to be racing hards for both the front and the rear. When it comes to suspension, I actually haven't gone in and touched the suspension, because with classic race cars like this, the suspension setup on them is good 90% of the time, and this is one of those times. So the suspension is as follows: 70 in the front, 85 in the rear. The anti-roll bars for both front and rear is going to be 5. Dampening ratio compression is going to be 30 for both front and rear, as well as the dampening ratio expansion is going to be 40 for both front and rear. Now natural frequency is going to be at 4.00 for both front and rear. The negative camber angle is going to be 3.0 in the front, 2.5 in the rear. Your toe angle is going to be 0.10 going outwards, and then 0.20 going inward. Now for your differential is going to be set at 15 for initial torque, 30 for acceleration sensitivity, braking sensitivity is 45. When it comes to downforce, you're going to want to set it to 575 in the front and 1199 in the rear. Now your ECU is going to be set at 73. Your ballast is going to be set at 116. Ballast positioning is going to be at -50. All the way to the left, because we want all the way over the front, because this is going to decrease our performance points. Power restrictor is going to be set at 100. So we're just going to leave it there. Transmission is going to be your normal standard transmission. And if we head on over to the last page, we're just going to see that it's only a medium RPM turbocharger that has been applied. The event that we are doing is the WTC 800 around Sardinia. This is a 15 lap event that will see us completed within 30 minutes. Now what I love about this event is how we do not have to worry about any weather changes. It's just sunny throughout the event, so we don't have to stress about when the weather is gonna change. Because of this fact, it makes it one of the easiest money grinding events in Gran Turismo 7. Now for a race strategy, we are gonna be using a one pit stop strategy. So we are gonna be running the car on fuel map level 1 for the entirety of the race. Now you are gonna come into the pits at the end of the 8th lap to refuel and add a fresh set of tires. But now let's actually see the race in action. Now once you load in, the first thing you need to make sure of is that your car is on fuel map level 1. We need as much power as possible, because with the Nissan it is extremely light on fuel, so that is the reason we can push it and set the car to fuel map level 1. Also, something else you might want to keep in mind is turning your traction control level on. This is just personal preference. I like running with it on because in my mind it's reducing tire wear. But if you feel like you can just throttle control the vehicle and reduce actual tire wheel spin, then by all means keep traction off. Now I am running the events on the easiest difficulty. This is just because now when the difficulty is set to easy, it just makes the AI less aggressive and they are less likely to just full on block you when you're trying to make a pass. Also, it just slows them down. They set slower lap times, which means you build a bigger lead between you, which means you are gonna have more clean laps where there's no one in front of you blocking you and you can just go as fast as possible. Now, it is not necessary because this car is still very capable of completing this event and finishing in first, with the difficulty being set too hard. Now, the biggest thing that can slow you down has to be the AI. As you can see, they basically stopped all over the circuit and they boxed me in, so that really hurt my overall time. Because with this event, with the car being so much faster than the cars you are competing against, it's not so much as a race against the opponents as a race against yourself. You just need to imagine that you are participating in a time trial. Your goal is to set the fastest lap possible, so that is what you need to keep in mind. You need to push your car as hard as possible all the time to just set the fastest lap time possible, and this way you will get your 15 laps done in little to no time at all. So genuinely, the car is very easy to control. There's not really that much slippage if you have traction control on. Even with no traction control on, the only place where the car will try and kick out is when you are coming out of the low speed corners. That is now when the boost will kick in and the car will try and spin out. But if you can handle the car there, then this event will honestly just be plain sailing. If we fast forward a little bit, we see that we actually overtake first place in the first half of the circuit on the third lap. And once we do that, we are in first for the rest of the race. Now, something you need to keep in mind is that the Group 3 vehicles you are competing against are not as fuel efficient as you are, which means they will be going to pits a lot more often than you. So that will result in your lead just gaining and gaining over time. Now, by the time we reach lap 8 to go into refuel, we see that the gap between us and second place is almost 1 minute and 30 seconds. Now, when you come into refuel and change your tires, you need to make sure you change your tires. Don't accidentally click don't change, because then you're actually gonna have to go around one more time and come in, and that wastes a whole lot of time. So now when it comes to refueling, you can really make the decision of if you are gonna refuel it to the marker or if you just wanna overfuel a little bit. I genuinely like overfueling a little bit to just guarantee the fact that I'm gonna make it to the end of the event. Now, you can complete this event using a no pit strat, and that means you are gonna have to set this vehicle to fuel map level 6 and leave it there for the entirety of the race. So yes, your lap times will be a lot slower, but you will save on about 30 seconds that you will spend in the pits. So it's up to you if you don't want to pit at all, or if you want to go fast and end up refueling. Choice is up to you. But genuinely, the Nissan R92 CP is a great vehicle to use for this event. It is fast, it is very agile, and it runs on par with the Mazda 787B. Now, if you do have the Nissan and you haven't tried it out on this event, please do. You are missing out on an opportunity to really stretch the vehicle's legs. There aren't that many events where Group 1 vehicles are actually able to participate, so to find one and use a vehicle is really something special. So try it out, and hey, this may become your new favorite money method. So with all this being said, I hope you guys did go on to enjoy this video. If you are looking for more great money methods, watch the one on screen right now, and thank you so much for watching. Peace.